Hey, what up, gamers? I didn't have that much homework tonight. I figured, why not? Let's have a nice, cool little stream today. Yeah. Made a new playlist. I know how it works now. It's not gonna play the right thing if I click on another video. It's gonna unselect the shuffle button. So I won't touch any other videos. But I'm starting with this one. This is all the boss themes and Zelda games. It's not all of them, but some of my favorites. Yeah, we're gonna get started with this. And they are all the HD versions, by the way, except for Breath of the Wild. But the rest of them are the HD versions of their respective games. So yeah, let's get this shit started. With this music, which is not actually a boss theme, but I just added it in for the fuck of it. Yep. Alright. So, we're gonna go into an incognito tab first, because I don't want to get Magic the Gathering ads. And we're gonna get a Gatherer. And last time I talked about the cards that I wanted for my warrior deck. This time we're going to talk about the cards that are in my warrior deck. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about all the cards in there, but I am going to talk about some of my favorites. This is a really messy deck. Like, half of it is sleeved and half of it isn't, since some of the cards in here are really rare. Well, I mean, you know, there are only 4 types of rarities, but, you know, you get what I mean. Okay. So let's start out. Before we start, I want to remind you what my commander is for this deck. It's Najeela. Yep, Najeela the Blade Blossom. And I also noticed it was a bit hard to see it last time, so we're gonna zoom in a little bit. Yep, and that should be a bit better. Let me zoom in, maybe a bit out. See, I was trying to watch it on my phone, and I couldn't do it. I wouldn't read it right here. I'd read the text right here. For better clarity. Since I think you're gonna have a bit of a hard time reading it on the card, especially if you're on mobile. But I did zoom in a little bit. That's a good position to be. I guess I can go full screen too. So yeah, Najeela Blade Blossom. Whenever a warrior attacks, you may have its controller create a 1/1 white warrior creature token that's set in attacking. Pay 5 mana of any color. Untap all attacking creatures. They get trample, lifelink, and haste until end of turn. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Activate this ability only during combat. So it's a pretty good card. It's actually a really, really, really good card, and it can be broken very easily. So we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna show you some of my cards. So this is from Battle Bond, and right off the bat I have another card from Battle Bond, Rushblade Commander. So you can probably already see what it did. Warriors who team controls have haste. Yep, it has Samut's ability, but you know it's a 2-drop. So it's Samut, but it's not as strong. It doesn't have flash, and it's a 2-drop. I mean, you know, in that way it's somewhat better than Samut, you know, because you can play it fast. If you need, I mean, haste is the best when you at the beginning of the game. So, you know, if you're able to play this early on, that's really good for you. And again, I have all these cards in front of me that I own them all. These are just cards that I have right now, not cards that I want. Watch the previous video if you want to see some ones that I don't have that I want. I'm only gonna talk about really good cards, by the way. Just cards that are sort of in there because I don't have anything better to put in there. I'm not gonna really mention. Those cards will get replaced anyway. Next up I have Savage Knuckleblade. Alright, so he's a 3-drop. That's pretty good. But, look how versatile he is. He has lots of neat abilities. He has 3 mana, you can return him to his hand. This is good for spells and stuff. You can give him haste until end of turn, which is fantastic. So you could pay an additional mana and get 4 damage right off the bat, which is nice. And you can pay 3 mana to give him +2/+2 until end of turn. But sadly you can't activate that ability more than once. You can only activate it once each turn. But that's okay. So, the other abilities you can activate more than once each turn, although I don't know why you'd want to activate the last one more than once. Maybe if, you know, the person casts, like, a target creature loses all abilities or something, but I don't know. You can return him to your hand more than once, though, but that's gonna be steep, so that'll be 9 mana. Listen. Alright, listen. If he gets bounced back to your hand and you play him again, alright, and that's 9 mana that you're dropping just to keep this card alive, pretty much. So, it's not that great for multiple uses, but, it's pretty decent. So I like this card. Very versatile. Have I mentioned that it's a 3-drop and it's a 4/4? Yeah, that right there makes it real good, alright? Just how the mana works out. And again, most of these cards I'm not accounting for different manas, alright? I'm not accounting for that because I'm gonna have lots of mana in this deck. I'm gonna make sure of it. I'm gonna have lots of mana. I'm gonna be able to play whatever I want. I'm not gonna have to worry about the costs. So I'm just looking at the converted mana right now. Alright, next up we have Zealous Conscripts. I think a couple months ago I actually beat a Link Between Worlds a second time and 100%ed it. No, I did it in under 24 hours. I sort of tried to speed run it in like a day. Not really though, but I just played it. I had so much fun. I played it for hours on end and I completed it in a day, which felt really satisfying. Especially because I got almost everything in the game. So that was awesome. I love that game. But yeah, we have Zealous Conscripts now. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent until end of turn. Untap that permanent, it gains haste until end of turn. So this is really good, okay? You get a 3/3 with haste, and then for 2 extra mana, I'm just saying, you know, if you're just playing like a 3/3 with haste for 3, like that's a decent card on its own. That's like kind of an uncommon on its own. But you're paying 2 extra mana, and you get to do an act of treason, which is pretty nice. So it's a sort of cheaper act of treason. You're getting 2 cards for 1, or at least 1 card is until end of turn. But it's good that way. You could steal a card from an opponent, maybe fuck them over with their own card. It's pretty good. I like this card. It's tricky. Alright, so I got Oketra right in front of me. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I don't want to look at this version. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not that big of a fan of the masterpieces. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. It's not my thing. So we got Oketra the True here. Yeah, this version is much more legible. It has Double Strike and Indestructible, because it's a god, you know. Oketra the True can't attack or block unless you control at least 3 other creatures. Well, that's not gonna be a problem. Although, I don't know really why you'd want to attack with this over other cards. It just leaves it open to sort of things like Seal Away. Seal Away is a very good card that I see it played a lot. So, personally, I'd save this for like blocking and stuff over attacking. Um, but I mean, go for it if you want to. It's not a warrior, but it makes warriors with vigilance, which is pretty nice. So I definitely want that. Oh, I love this song. I love it so much. So I like this card. It's a good card. It's a bit steep for a 1/1 warrior. It's a bit steep, but if you have a bunch of mana that you're just not using, although you're gonna drop 5 mana every turn if you want to do your Najeela strat. But if you just need some more warriors or just want some more, you go to Ketra. And I mean, it's a 3/6 with double strike and indestructible for 4. You can't really go wrong with that. Really, you can't. You know? Alright. Alright. Enthusa Setessenhira. This card is very interesting. Whenever you cast a spell that targets her, up to 3 target lands you control each become 2/2 warrior creatures until the end of turn. And they're still lands. So this is a really nice card, actually. It's a 5-drop and for a 4/5, but when you cast a spell on her, 3 lands you control become 2/2 warrior creatures until the end of the turn. Now, if they die, they do go to the graveyard, but you know, I mean, if you know the opponent is open and you want to get some more warriors, go ahead. Or if you just don't care about your lands, I mean, go for it. Either way, you could even use them as blockers, man. She's a pretty nice card. I like her. I like her ability. Alright. That's just a board wipe. Alright. Herald of Dromoka. Now, this card is interesting because... What? Did I spell it wrong? Yeah, I must have spelled it with an A. This card is a common, okay? It's a common, alright? Like, in a set that's filled with warriors, you're really gonna make this a common? It should be uncommon at least, because other warrior creatures you control have vigilance. That's fantastic, dude. That's a fantastic card. And it's a 2-drop. And it has vigilance itself. Granted, it's a 2/2, so it's not very strong, but, you know, this is just a great card to pump up your warriors, make them more powerful, and it's a common, man. If you pick up a Dragons of Tarkir, booster, what do they call them? I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of the thing that I get all the time. Booster pack, yeah, whatever. It's a weird name. But yeah, if you just pick up a booster pack of Dragons of Ravnica, Yep, Ravnica, I remember that set. That was a good set. Dragons of Tarkir. You have a good chance to find this card, man. I'm sorry I'm stuttering so much. I don't know what came over me just now. Alright. It is on shuffle, right? I'm just making sure. Oh, fuck. I had the stream on. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That happens all the time. I hate that. That's really annoying. You know what? I'll quickly go over all the cards that you guys missed. Right now. I was talking about them, so if you listen carefully enough, you should know what's going on, but here's what Najeela does. This gives her haste. This gets abilities. This act of treasons. This is a god that creates warriors. This makes warriors whenever you cast a land on her. This gives your creatures you control vigilance. Alright, and now we're on the card. Now you're all caught up. Now I am gonna make sure that it's not... Okay, it should be working. Cause it's on shuffle. Alright. So now we got Blaring Captain and Blaring Recruiter. Both very, very good cards. Whenever a Blaring Captain attacks, attacking warriors get +1/+1 until end of turn. This is a 4-drop, and it is so worth it. Alright, and then you have Blaring Recruiter, who makes warriors, which is not as good, I'm gonna say. You know, because they're just 1/1 white warriors. I mean, you're getting those anyway. But this is a partner card, so when you play this card, you can grab Blaring Captain, which is the actually good card. So, and I mean, you know, if you play Blaring Captain, you could just get yourself another warrior that you like, you know? Like, it's a pretty cool card. I like this. Definitely good in draft. Definitely good in draft. Let's see. Alright. This card is not really to have any synergies, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. The Crowd Goes Wild. This is a pretty neat card. It has assist, so you can maybe, I don't know, entice a person to pay more mana for this, but I don't know. Alright, I swear, it's been playing the same sort of thing. Okay. It's on shuffle. YouTube is fucking broken. It's official. It's official. It is broken. Because I swear. Hold on. Just 1 second. Let's see what it goes to. Alright. Okay. Whatever. Alright. But all creatures, you notice this deck is giving, it's giving a lot of counters to creatures, and this card gives counters to creatures as well. In fact, I should probably try to find a doubling season though, shouldn't I? I'm gonna add that to list and show that to you next because I don't have one. But put a +1/+1 counter of each of up to X target creatures, and then those creatures gain trample until end of turn, which is pretty cool. Pretty neat card. I like it. It's nothing too crazy though. Alright, so let's look up. This is an exception to the rule, but doubling season. If an effect will create one or more tokens under your control, it can raise twice that many tokens instead. Yep. If an effect will put one or more counters on a permanent you control, it puts twice that many of those counters on that permanent as well. I need this card very, very badly. I need this card very badly. Seriously. Holy shit, this card is good. It's 5 mana, and you get 2 warriors instead of just 1, which is gonna pump up your army so fast your opponents won't know what to do. They'll be forced to board wipe or just die. So, incredible card. Mardu Strike Leader. Alright. When he attacks, you can put a 2/1 Black Warrior creature token onto the battlefield. This is an okay card. It's not that great. It's got dash, but it's not that great. If you can make it unblockable, I guess it's good, and 2/1s are better than 1/1s. So, you know, you're getting a 1/1 off of this guy and a 2/1 off of this guy. So it's just some more stuff you're getting in your deck. I might swap him out though. Not gonna lie, I might swap him out. Alright. Now, you guys may have heard of this card. Bloodchin Rager. This gives all your creatures menace when they attack. Do I need to say more? He's a 2-drop. That's all. They all get menace, dude. Like, this is just gonna make your warriors that much harder to be blocked. Like, it's crazy. Alright, so this is a very, very disgusting card. It's 2 mana, like, come on. Here we have another card this is not a warrior, although I think it should be, and I wish it was. I wish Berserker was not a creature subtype. It's the Ankle Shanker. This is a fantastic card. It's a 5-drop. And when he attacks creature you control, you can first strike and death touch until end on turn. You know what first strike and death touch means? It means that, okay, so it's a 1/1, granted. Most of them are gonna be 1/1s.
Who are you talking to, Justin?
Sorry about that. So when he attacks creature and control, again, first strike and death touch until end of turn. Now my 1/1s can't distribute damage well enough. They can only distribute 1 to 1, similar to how Ocarina Assassin works. So that's a bit disappointing. But if you have any ways to soup up your warriors and make them 2/2s, you know, that's where stuff gets interesting. Okay. And also, if an opponent just wants to block with 1 creature and it doesn't have indestructible, they're gonna die. Like, they die, you know? This is just too good of a card to leave out. Like, I can't. It would be bad of me to leave this card out, man. It's a fantastic card. It's got haste, by the way. So you can just play this card, boom, swing. Your opponent doesn't see anything coming. Now, they might be playing a Settle the Wreckage, but I mean, that could happen in any situation, you know? You're just gonna have to deal with that. Although I do have cards that counter that. Alright, this is an alright card. It's not the best. Another card that I might just get rid of. But I'm gonna show it to you, Enter. Alright, Gilt Leaf Winnower. When it has Menace, it's a 5-drop, 4/3. When it enters the battlefield, it destroy target non-elf creature whose power and toughness are unequal. So it's a much worse Ravenous Chupacabra for 1 more. But it's a warrior and it has some combat capabilities. So I guess it's better, but I don't know. It has to be a non-elf creature. If an opponent is playing Azuri as our commander, you're screwed, dude. Like, you can't do anything about that. So, yeah, it's an alright card. It's just alright. I might substitute it out. Now, Shana. Wow, this card is amazing. It gets +1/+1 for... It can't be the target of abilities your opponent's control. First of all, it's a 2-drop. Second of all, it's a warrior. Third of all. Fourth of all, +1/+1 for each creature I control. Yes, please. Yes, please. Wow. Oh my god. I have 10 warriors. This is a 10/10. I swing with those warriors. This becomes a 20/20. I untap those warriors and swing again. This becomes a 40/40. Okay? It becomes a 40/40. That can't be the target of ability your opponent's control. For 2. Alright? With this card, you're really not going to have to worry about blocking a lot of the time. Unless it has, like, Death Touch or whatever. But not many big cards have Death Touch. It's always small cards. Because it would be way too overpowered to make a big card have Death Touch. Collective Blessing. This is a 6-drop. Bit pricey, but I think it's worth it. It makes all your 1/1 warriors into 4/4s. Yep, that's gonna win you some games now, isn't it? I know it's expensive, But I mean, you know, I think it needs to go in here, man. It's gonna make all my warriors into 4/4s. Whenever I swing with a warrior, it's gonna become a 4/4. Or whenever I swing with a warrior, I'm gonna get a 4/4. It's an incredible card, man. Like, it's a great card. All right, this is one of my personal favorites. Garna the Bloodflame. Now, I don't have the Ultimate Masters Edition. I have the Dominaria Edition. I actually have a couple of these. I think I have 2 more. But only one can go in the deck, so. It has Samut's ability. Other creatures you control have haste. However, it doesn't have haste. It has Flash, which is just like Samut. It's a 5-drop. I believe Samut was also a 5-drop. So, those 2 abilities by themselves are really good. And he's a 5-drop, 3/3, pretty good. With Guard of the Bloodflame enters the battlefield, return to your hand all creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from anywhere this turn. Okay, picture this. You have a board wipe in your card. You board wipe the game. You're gonna lose all your 1/1 white warriors, granted. But, when you play this card, you're gonna get all your other warriors back. Okay? That's a very powerful card that we're talking about here. Alright, with Flash, if an opponent board wipes, you can get your cards back. Like, this is just an incredibly versatile card that you should exclusively save for board wipes. Do not waste this card. Like, if you see this card, keep it in your hand, okay? Keep it. Don't get rid of it. Because a board wipe will happen in Commander games. And this card is going to be your saving grace in that moment. Fantastic card. It's an uncommon, by the way. Uncommon card. Alright. Radiant Destiny. Just like Collective Blessing, this is one of those cards that buffs all your creatures up. So, I choose a creature type. I'm going to choose warriors, obviously. Creature you control of the opposing type have creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. As long as you have the City's Blessing, they have Vigilance. You're going to have the City's Blessing very fast with all those 1/1 white warriors on the field. So, you don't need to worry about, not having the City's Blessing. Alright, sorry about that. I need to talk to my dad. Yeah, they get +1/+1, which is very good by itself. But they also have Vigilance if you have the City's Blessing, which, no doubt, you're gonna have, pretty much. Like, come on. This is enough mana to play Najeela. If you already have Najeela on the field, there's a good chance you already have 10 permanents. This is a fantastic card, man. 3-drop, Warriors, it's a fantastic little thing. Bold Weir Intimidator. Do you need to render a card completely useless for a turn, or make one of your gods into a warrior so that they can do something that you need them to do? This card is for you, man. It's a 7-drop, okay? It's a 7-drop, but you're getting a 5/5, and he's very versatile. He's got lots of cool abilities. Cowards can't block warriors, alright? And he's gonna stare at a card with for 1 mana, alright? He doesn't have to tap, it's just 1 mana. So it's a big cost to pay, but as soon as you have this guy out, you can go to town, man. Pay 1 mana. That big 10-10 on the field that you're scared of, boom, useless. That god, boom, useless. What else? Whatever, a card that says, you know, when this creature deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice all creatures on the board. Boom, that's useless. This card is just gonna make all your team, all your freaking opponent's creatures useless, man. Like, it's a fantastic thing. I love this card. I love it. I love it with passion. I just wish if it were one less mana, it would be better. But you can't have great things. You know what? I'd even be happy if it was like just a 2/2, you know. But whatever. Now, Alicia. It's an alright card. Whenever it attacks, it's got first strike and it's a 3/2. You may pay that if you do return to a card with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield attacking. Now, I actually don't think that there are many cards in this deck that have power 2 or less. There's Bloodchain. Let's look through the cards that I've gone through so far. I got Bloodchain Rager. I got Blaring Captain. I got Blaring Recruiter. I got Herald of Dromoka. Okay. That's an okay amount. I got Rushblade Commander. And that's all I'm seeing so far. So I got a couple. But it has to be from the graveyard to the battlefield, and it has to be tapped and attacking. So it's an alright card. I might keep this in. Alright, Trumpet Blast. I don't think this card is the best, but I want to talk about it. So, I think, what's that card called? There's another card. It's called Burning, hold on. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, it's the same thing as this, except it's 1 mana cheaper, and it gives regular creatures you control +1/+1 until end of turn, so it can be used to block as well as attack. And you know what, I'll probably keep this card in the deck even when I do put that card in there. But you know. Oh wait, actually no, it's not 1 mana cheaper. I'm sorry, it's not. It's just the same thing, but it's regular creatures you control, not attacking creatures. And it was just released in the new Ravnica set. And I like it. It's a good card. But I would like to get a couple of these types of cards in here so that I can maximize efficiency. Coalition Honor Guard. While an opponent is choosing targets as part of casting a spell they control or activating an ability they control, that player must choose at least 1 flag bearer on the battlefield, if able. This is a fantastic card. It's a fantastic card. This is good for fucking your opponents over. Just making sure that they don't get cards through. Making sure that they don't cast anything big on their creatures. They've got to kill this card before they can do that. And as long as you don't attack with that, that won't happen. Unless they have, like, kill spells, which they probably will. But, it's okay. Those things happen. And again, you have cards that get stuff back for you in this deck. Only problem is, it's not a warrior, but... whatever. I'm not gonna talk about that. It's not necessary. Ah ha ha! Zurgo. There we go. Zurgo. He has haste, he attacks each combat if able, and he is indestructible as long as it's my turn. Whenever a creature dealt combat damage by Zergo Helm Smasher dies this turn, but I'll put someone goes on counter on Zergo Helm Smasher. So, let me tell you this. This is a 5-drop, okay? It is indestructible when it's your turn and when it's attacking. It has haste, and it has to attack, okay? It has to. It doesn't have a choice. So, this card cannot be your blocker, but, I mean, really, why would you want it to be anyway? Well, actually, never mind. You can with Najeela if you want to. But, why would you want to block with this? Like, let's be real here. This card is just for attacking. Like, you don't want to lose this card. Just sack a warrior in order to get rid of a guy or whatever. If you really want to kill it, you can hold on to it with Najeela's ability. But I think that the game just knows that that's what you should do with that card. This is an excellent card. It's actually not worth a lot of money these days, and I'm sad about that because it deserves to be up there with the boys. I do like this art better, but I do have the art shown before, so that's a bit sad. Excuse me. Archetype of Courage. Now, I talked about the archetypes last time, so I'm not going to go into this detail with this too much, but this is the 3-drop white variant with the 2/2. They give their creatures first strike, and the opponent's control can't have first strike. I already talked about how good this card is in the last video. I'm not going to talk about it again. This is an excellent board wipe. However, it's 7 mana, which is a bit pricey. But, you know, what else are you going to play that turn but this? Because you're killing every other creature except for one of yours. This is a, look at that, it was actually released in Commander Anthology. I have the Tarkir one. But this is great if you want to keep Najeela alive, or maybe one of your other great warriors. I mean, you could just bring Najeela back, you know? So, fantastic card right here. Great board wipe. Again, a bit pricey. I know Nova is like, what, 5-drop? And less colors of mana. Again, I don't care about mana colors. I'm caring about mana cost most of the time. Unless it's like a Gigantosaurus, in which case I need to worry a little bit. Let's move on to the next card. Volshock Battlemaster. Do you want to take all the equipment on the board? I played against a Zergo equipment deck a while ago, and this card would just be so great against that deck, because that guy was playing tons of equipment. What do? I play this card, I fuck up his entire game, man. I take all his equipment. There's no doubt you're going to see lots of equipment on the field during Commander games. And this card just slurps it all up. It's delicious, man. Delicious, delicious card. Chief of the Edge. It gives my creatures +1/+0. So that's pretty nice. Pretty cool card. This is the Mirror to Chief of the Scale, which is the variant that gives your creatures +0/+1. Together, these guys will give all your warriors +1/+1. And they're 2-drops, both of them, with the same mana costs. Fantastic cards. Great warriors. 2-drops for 3/2s, or 2/3. With this ability, I'm gonna have to say yes to that. Alright. Now, bit pricey, this one. Flying Crane Technique. Untap all creatures you control. They gain flying and double strike until end of turn. This is how you win a game, fellas. This is how you win a game. All your warriors become 2/2s until end of turn, and you will just fly over all of your opponents, and you whoop their asses, man. This is how you win a game in style. I love this card. And for a 6-drop, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Also, it's an instant. And I mean, listen, if you have enough mana, you can do Najeela and this card. And that will definitely win you the game. Like, this card usually is going to win you the game. With Najeela, definite win. Definite win. Excuse me. Let me check the chat real quick. Just making sure the stream is still going real quick. Dark Nova says, who's your commander? That would be Najeela. I'm just gonna say that in chat. I'll show you it real quick. If you're still here. Najeela the Blade Blossom is a fantastic card. It creates a 1/1 white warrior whenever I attack with a warrior. That warrior is tapped and attacking. I can pay 1 mana of any color to untap all attacking creatures. They gain trample, lifelink, and haste until end of turn. This is a fantastic card, and I'm building my deck around it, and I think this is going to be the most overpowered deck that I have ever touched. Because it is just gonna haul some ass, man. So excited to finish this deck. Alright. Now we got a card that you gotta be careful with. I talked about it last time. Camaraderie. Okay. You gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creature you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Alright. If you have like 20 warriors, that's 20 life. But you also have to draw 20 cards. Which you're not going to be able to play all of those, so you're essentially milling like, what? If you play one of them, I guess you're milling 19? Whatever, you're going to mill a lot of cards with this, and it's going to suck most of the time, you know? I'll probably try to shove a Reliquary Tower in here, just because I think most commander decks need at least one of those. It's just one land, I mean, swap out a basic land for that, you know? Creature you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. That's a very nice bonus effect. But are just gonna make all your warriors a lot stronger until end of turn. And who knows, maybe one of the other cards that you drew that you still have mana to play after playing this for 6. You'll still be able to do it. So I think this is better as an early game play personally. Like, I wouldn't really mind drawing 10 cards. I wouldn't mind, but I mind drawing 20 cards. So this is an early game play, I think. Or maybe you don't play it at all if you just don't want to, if you just don't like random card draws, which I understand. I would love to put this in Locust God, but I cannot. Here's an interesting one. Urborg. Can I actually? Alright, fine. Urborg. Tome of Yawgmoth. Yep. This is a $20 card, I know. I had 2 of these. I traded one away and got a bunch of cards for it. Which is awesome. I didn't need both of them, really. I mean, what am I gonna put it in, you know? I bet a bunch of you are screaming at me right now. You could put it in plenty of places, but I only really need it for this commander deck, I'm not gonna be honest. Ooh, 5 colors, spicy. I have loads of commander decks. I mainly play Krenko and Ulamog. Oh, that's neat, man. Krenko makes a bunch of goblins, right? Which Ulamog do you play? Or is there only one? I don't know. I don't remember Eldritch Moon. Or, that's not even Eldritch Moon, that's Zendikar, you freaking idiot. You don't need to worry about it if you don't have a maximum hand size. I know, yeah. Let me just make sure the stream is updated. Yeah, it's pretty updated. Okay. So we got Urborg right now. This is actually a different variant of Urborg. Believe it or not, it is the M15 version of Urborg. Had this card for a very long time. It's a super good card that it's just gonna make sure that I never have any problems with black mana in my deck. This is a sort of land insurance that I was talking about when I was saying that I should care a lot less about mana color in this deck, because I'm just gonna have so many cards that are giving me lots of lands. Archetype of Imagination. Again, Not a warrior. It's just too damn good to not put in, though. I have the Born of the Gods one. Creature you control have flying, creature your opponents control lose flying and can't gain or have flying. It's 6, so bit pricey, but I mean, you win. Like, it's hard to block all of those 1/1 warriors with flying unless you're actually playing Locust God. Let me check the chat again. Ulamog, Infinite Gyre, because I had a box topper of it, so I might as well put it to use. Check out that card real quick. Ooh, it's from Ultimate Masters. Man, this is pretty. This is a pretty card. When you cast a spell, destroy target permanent. That's nice. Destructible. Indestructible, rather. When only the Infinite Guard is put in a battlefield or anywhere, its owner shuffles their graveyard into their library. Yo. That's a powerful card. If you're playing a bunch of tutors, especially. I'm guessing you're not going for Grave Purge, though. But, I mean, it is nice to have your graveyard go back into your deck. Most of the time, I'm gonna say. It probably wouldn't be good in my deck since I have a bit of Grave Purge in here. That's alright. And you also run Krenko. Krenko Mob Boss. Create X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, where X is the number of goblins you control. This is a powerful card, man. Oh shoot, it's a warrior. Nah. I'm playing warriors, not goblins. I mean, it would be good, but it's just the goblins are not gonna be warriors. So I think I should probably play another card instead of this. But, I mean, I could sub out Guiltleaf Winnower for this card, you know? In a heartbeat, I would. Neat commanders you have right there, man. Alright, so next card I have is called Dagatar the Adamant. Alright, so this is a Fate Reforged Abzan card. It has Vigilance. It's a 4-drop. It enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on him. And you can move a +1/+1 counter from target creature onto a second target creature. This is how to steal counters from your opponents, man. And if you also want to share counters with your other creatures, go for it, man. Again, this card's Bane is Sun Cleanser. I just want to make sure I'm actually talking about the right thing. Because I think Sun Cleanser removes all counters from your creatures. Oh, Sun Cleanser, not Cleaser. Remove all counters from target creature. Yeah, so this is just gonna instantly kill it, pretty much. I thought Sun Cleanser removed all counters from all creatures on the battlefield. I guess it didn't. His ability is pretty good. It's a Golgari 1, which is it's all right. But if you want some of your creatures to get more counters, I mean, go for it. I believe Oath of Ajani gives your cards counters. It might. I don't know. Let me look it up real quick. Just because I don't want to spread misinformation. Yeah, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So if you want to take all those counters and just put them onto one creature and have that creature be a super big boy guy, this is the way to do it. Alright. Herald of Secret Streams. Again, going along with the whole idea of counters that we're going to be getting. Creatures with +1/+1 counters on them can't be blocked. Yeah, this gives, you gotta get the counters on first, granted, but once you have them, they're unblockable. This is a fantastic card from Ixalan, and I normally hate Merfolk, and I still do, and this card works exceptionally well with Merfolk because they're all about counters, but surprisingly enough, he is a warrior, and he works with warriors. Ooh, this is one of my personal favorites. I should probably sleeve this, shouldn't I? It's probably worth, like, money. Hold on 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, I got a sleeve for this glorious card. I think he's a promo version. I think he might, no, I think he's a, I don't know, it says he's a promo, so, and he's old, which makes him more valuable. Let's go to TCG Player and I'll look him up right now and reveal who he is. It is a card called Hamletback Goliath. And I'm guessing it's worth money since it's a super good card. Really? Just 12 cents? Dang, I'm a bit disappointed. And the promo is worth 6 cents more. Alrighty then, well, I gotta say, I'm quite frankly disappointed. Because this card should be worth a lot more. It is a fantastic card. Especially in this deck. Hamletback Goliath. You know what? I think we're hearing this song a lot. So I'm gonna change it real quick. Should have turned this thing back on. Alright, so what he does is, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, he might put X +1/+1 counters on Hamletback Goliath. Again, going with the counters, and he works super well with Daguerreotype the Adamant because you can move counters from him onto other creatures and spread them across the land. It was actually in Commander Anthology, how about that? So yeah, when your warriors enter the battlefield, this guy gets really, really, really big. Super big, dude. This is an amazing card, and it gets very, very powerful, very, very fast. It's a 7-drop, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. More than Bold Weir Intimidator, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I know I said I didn't like goblins, but I got this card in right here. I do wish it created Goblin Warriors, but I guess that would be a little bit too powerful. Put a 1/1 red Goblin creature or token onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Alright, that's not really why I have this card in here. Although it is good. It's just getting me more tokens, which... It is good, but... it's really the other thing that I like. Sacrifice Mardu Ascendancy, creature you control got +3 until end of turn. This is just gonna make sure that your warrior creatures don't die for a turn. If you need them to live for some reason, if you really need them to live, this is a good way to ensure it. Or at least make them a lot harder to kill. And it's just a 3-drop, man. It's just a 3-drop. Not that much. This is a common, but I think it should be an uncommon. And I'm gonna talk about it. Goblin Motivator. Now, I know I said I didn't like goblins. This is a warrior goblin, though. You can tap him, target creature, gain haste until end turn. He doesn't have haste himself, sadly, but if you just need a card to smoke grass, sled fast, eat ass, like, this is the way to do it, man. This card makes your creatures so fast. It's crazy. Like, and he's a 1-drop, man. This is such an early game play. And for the rest of the game, like, every big guy that you get out on the field is gonna have haste. Which is fantastic. Kintree Invocation. This is gonna give you a black and green Spirit Warrior creature token onto the battlefield. X is the created stuff to summon creatures you control. Yeah, so you're essentially making an attack and defense copy of a card that you have. Do you have a deck list for your commander? I want to take a look. No, I don't, but I mean, currently I'm showing off all the cards I have right now, so just, I guess, tune in. If there were an easy way to do it, believe me, I would, like in MTG Arena. But, thank you for being interested. Forgot to zoom in. Also, is it zoomed in? I don't... It's still zoomed in, okay. So yeah, this card is super good as a 2-drop. You're gonna get a toughness copy of a card on the battlefield. So let's say you have, like, what? There's a card in here. I think there's a card in here that's like a... I don't know any creatures with large toughness in the deck, but I'm sure that there are or will be. When I play this card with that card out, I'm gonna get a massive guy for just 2 mana, like, and there's no catch to it. It just stays, like, it's super good. Oh jeez. Alright, I'm gonna make a bold statement here. Brutal Horde Chief might be the best non-legendary warrior. I think it might be. Whenever a creature you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. You don't even need to do damage to get a kill confirmed with this card. It's disgusting. It's a 4-drop! And I haven't even talked about this. This extra piece of shit that didn't need to be here. Like, I didn't even need this. I had this. You gave me more than I asked for. My plate is too full. What are you doing to me? 5 mana, Boros. Creature you control cannot block this turn of Fable, and you choose, or block this turn of Fable, and you choose how those creatures block. Okay, so here's what you do. You make them all block 1 warrior, and you win the game! Wait. What? This is a disgusting card. It's disgusting. It's so unbelievably good, it hurts how good it is. I played against one of these once, and I got my ass whooped. And now I have one, and I can whoop other people's asses, and it feels satisfying. I remember, it was a couple years ago. I was at like a camp or something, and I was playing against just a, I think it was a black-white deck or something. And they played Brutal Horde Chief, and I just got my ass handed to me. Now I'm playing him more effectively than that person was. So I'm gonna do even better. Now, this card combos with Brutal Horde Chief, believe it or not. It's called Mindcrake. Whenever an opponent loses life, that player may put that many cards from his or her library into his or her graveyard. This mills an opponent when they lose life. For two. It mills when they lose life. Like, who cares about life when you can just drain an opponent's deck? Oh my god. Oh, here's another card that we have. That's just sort of average. It's just sort of average. Goblin Chain Whirler. When Goblin Chain Whirler enters the battlefield, does 1 damage to each opponent, each creature, and planeswalker they control. That's it. It's gonna wipe out all tokens. And I would not want to play against this. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be terrible if I played against this. This card is very, very good against certain types of decks. If you're playing against, like, that guy who's playing Krenko, if you're playing against Krenko, boom. Like, you're gonna kill Dark Nova's deck, man. You're gonna kill my deck. You're gonna kill my Locust God deck. You're gonna kill all those decks. But he's only good at certain times. If they're not playing 1/1 tokens, he's not that good at Commander. He's 3 red also, so you gotta have a decent amount of red. I don't think that'll be that much of a problem for me, though. I'm getting bored of these songs. Hold on. Let me play a fun one. What's a fun one? This one. This one is very fun. Here we go. Alright. And now I have, this isn't a warrior, but it's just a pretty good card. It's called Gilded Lotus. It's a 5-drop, and you can tap it to add 3 mana of any one color. So this is gonna instantly play Goblin Chain Whirler if you had him in your hand. It's a 5-drop. I think it's a super good artifact mana card. Works really well. That's just sort of an average card. To get an average card. Ooh la la! Ooh! Now this is a powerful one. Dragon Scale General. At the beginning of your end step, bolster X, where X is the number of tap periods you control. Do you want to make one of your 1/1 warriors into a 21/21? Or something batshit crazy like that? Because I did a Goldfish game where that happened. And it was so good. Like, I don't need to say more, man. If your creatures get Vigilance, rip to this card, but I mean, odds are you're not gonna have Vigilance, so this is just gonna benefit off of all top creatures that you control. We're on to the last 2 cards that I want to talk about. I haven't talked about one card in particular yet, so if you've been paying attention, you'll probably know exactly what that one is. But right now we're going to talk about this card called Battle Brawler. It is a mythic, I'll give you a hint. It's a mythic. Battle Brawler. As long as you control a red or white permanent, Battle Brawler gets +1/+0 and has first strike. It's 2 for a 3/2 with first strike. Yes, please, sign me up. I want this card. It is a very nice early game play that's gonna help you out. I mean, listen, it is replaceable, but I mean, I think it's a good card. I'll probably keep it in over lots of other cards, because just 2 for a 3/2 with first strike, that's a very good deal that you're getting right there. Alright, so place your bets now. Who do you think it's gonna be? Doesn't kill my board if I have any of my things above my gums. True, true. And that's why, you know, that's sort of why I have some things in my deck that boost my cards too, because I don't want to be put against Goblin Chain Whirler. Like I got Crowd Goes Wild and stuff. Also, my guys are extremely replaceable. I get them back very fast if they're all wiped or anything. But yeah, you're right, you're right. But it will wipe your board in most other circumstances. Alright, so if you guessed Surrak Dragonclaw, you are correct. You win nothing, and you will be happy about it. This is just a fucking great card. 5 for a 6/6 with flash. He can't be countered. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Yes, please. Rhythm of the Wild Me, baby. Rhythm of the Wild Me, baby, for 6 or 5 with flash. Yes, please. Other creature you control have trample. Oh my god. Oh my god. This card just makes everything so my god. Surek, I love you. I love you, and I despise what they did to you in Fabled Forge. That version is not even close to being remotely as good as you are. Even remotely, dude. Like, Jesus. And that is all the cool cards that I have in my deck. Hope that little pop off at the end wasn't too aggressive. Yeah, we're done with that. You can watch the previous video if you want to hear about all the cards that I want to get. I'm actually going to add Doubling Season to the list of cards that I want to get right now. I have a whole list of them. This is going to make trading easier because when I talk to a person, I can just be like, do you have any of these cards? If not, then I don't want to trade with you. And that's kind of the truth. I'm just sort of exclusively looking for cards that benefit my warrior and Locust God, and I guess Gishath decks too. So let me add this right here. Doubling Season. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. Alright. So now we are. Damn, I've already been talking for an hour. Let's play a couple of matches of Arena, just for fun. And then, I guess I'll talk about my Locust God a little bit. I haven't talked about him at all, and I think that deck has a lot of promise too. I will admit, it's probably gonna be a bit faster than Najeela, but I wouldn't be surprised if Najeela turns out to be a better deck overall than that deck. But, we'll see. We'll see. I like variety. If I can have my variety, I like it. So I try to have some variety in what I play. Although I will confess, I don't have much variety in this. I just play with my dinosaurs. That's pretty much all I do. And I constantly find myself being outbested by cards that are just better than my dinosaurs. So I have to get better dinosaurs, man. If it was easier to get cards in this game, then I would definitely get, like, I probably would play other things other than just dinosaurs. This is a bad hand. Wow, this is also a really bad hand. Yep. Sure. Alright. Getting out that Otepec Huntmaster. You have to... You can't not like this card, man. And they're playing rats. I haven't seen a rat deck in a very long time. I know they won't block. They need the rats. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't really want to block with this. Now I'm gonna do something that's a little bit. I have this card. I want to get out this card as soon as possible. This is gonna destroy their rats if I can just get it out fast enough. So I will be perfectly fine with this taking some damage right now. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna let myself get pummeled a little bit right now. Which isn't nice, but it's okay. You know what, I probably shouldn't let myself get pummeled. That's a bit of damage. That was, yeah, I don't even know why I said that, man. I should know these types of decks. They're just stupid. If I had saved one, I'm stupid. Alright, if they attack, I'll kill one. I will. Oh, fuck. That's a bit fucky. Happy to get a land off of this. Alright, one more land. If they were just a little bit smaller, I know he's gonna play even more rats. Pretty soon. Nice. Yeah. Those decks are real powerful. But I'm gonna concede, I get a little bit pissed off by decks that are easy to make. I don't like decks that are easy to make. I just don't. Like, especially decks that are super powerful like that. Because everybody plays them, man, and there's just no variety. And granted, I don't see rat decks that much, because, I mean, if I had a Goblin Chain Whirler, if I were playing that, it would just wipe them, and then he'd be very sad. But I wasn't, because I'm playing dinosaurs, and Goblin Chain Whirler is not a dinosaur. You know, what are you gonna do? I have my list if you want to take a look. Also run Parallel Lives if you're running doubling season. Yeah, good idea. Sure, if you wanna... Oh, shoot, I got 3 people watching? Dang. Those are 3 actual watchers, man? I don't usually have that much. Jeez. Okay. I'm happy people are liking the stream, man. This channel is solely meant to entertain. I've said this before, I'll say it again. If I ever do monetize this channel, I would just... Oh, shoot, 4 people watching now and 1 dislike? Hell yeah, dude. I don't care. I'm just happy people are tuning in. I would only monetize any of my videos just so that I can get more games and play more things. Also, have you noticed that if you just leave your stream on the screen, it'll keep making more and more streams? Like, check this out. Hold on. Let's let it go for a little bit longer. What's Parallel Lives? Hang on. I'm gonna actually quickly do something. I'm quite hungry. I haven't eaten dinner, so I'm gonna make myself some cereal, and I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, sorry. Before you go, I'll tell you what my Discord ID is. I don't mind everybody hearing it. I'm not gonna lie. It's JNerd Gaming number 6602. It's capitalized how my channel name is capitalized. It should have an icon with Thanos wearing a crown. So you could send the list there. Alright, I don't want you to post it in kind of want to let me put a web address in here. Yeah, don't do that, man. You can just DM it to me. It's fine. If you have Discord. If you don't, I'll find another way. So let me get some cereal though. I'm real hungry. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm guessing you just DM'd it to me? There we go. Oh, you're Brian. Neat. I didn't know I'd met you before. I'm not gonna lie. Krenko. Yeah. I see you got Phyrexian Altar in here. It's a pretty nice card. I want to get this game. This looks really good. I want to get it badly. The only horror game that I've ever played, I guess, I don't know if you really consider this to be like a game, but it was actually the Resident Evil 7 demo. I played the demo, I got the shit scared out of me. I believe there's actually a live stream of it that I did. I'm super young. And I was scared shitless. So we're gonna see how I fare against Resident Evil 2 when I play it. Alright, so let's look at these a little bit. Alright, Foundry Street Denizen, that's a given. You only have one of these? It's interesting. Usually I see people playing more Foundry Street Denizens. Sorry about the crunching of cereal, by the way. Goblin Guide. That's an obvious one. This is a super good card. It's a warrior, too. Maybe I should play this. It's super cheap. Bloodmark Mentor. Nice. It archetypes for first strike. That's awesome. Goblin Pile Driver. Protection from blue. Gets +2/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking goblin. This is an amazing card. For 2, man. I love how it has protection from blue. That's awesome. And then more goblin cards. For those cards, to all players, shuffle your library on the put this card on the top of your library. Nice. So that's just gonna get all the goblins that you want in like any order that you want. That's a great card. You know what? I promise you I will look at this later, but for now I actually want to get into talking about the Locust God. But I appreciate you sending this to me. I will look at it later and I'll tell you what I think. But I want to talk about my Locust God deck now. Now, I'm going to switch things up this time. I'm going to talk about the cards in my Locust God deck that are good before I talk about the cards that I want for my Locust God deck. Yeah, dude, thanks for showing me, man. I appreciate it. It's really interesting to see other people's decks. Alright, so, the Locust God. Alright, hear me out. Most people say the Scorpion God is the best guy, alright? He's the best of the 3 corrupted gods from Hour of Devastation. Okay. This guy is the best one, alright. Okay. I don't want to hear any of it. Alright, let's look up Scorpion God. I got up on the Scorpion God. Alright. No, sorry. My bad. I meant Scarab God. Scarab God. Not Scorpion God. Scorpion God sucks. Alright. This guy, alright, look. He's powerful. He's powerful. He's powerful. And you got lots of big zombies from him, okay? But Locust God is just so much faster than this. Like, you're getting a zombie every turn, okay? That's cool. You're getting a Locust every turn with this guy. The Locust has haste and flying, and you're getting even more Locusts from drawing your cards that you're gonna play from your spells. Like, if you're going aggro, voice crack, this is the way to go. This is definitely the way to go. So let me just go over what he does. He's a 6-drop, red-blue. Is it my favorite? Whenever you draw a card, create a 1/1 blue and red insect creature token for flying and haste. This is disgusting. So you're gonna get a blue 1/1 blue and red insect creature token for flying and haste every turn. Guaranteed. You can pay 4 to draw a card and discard a card. Sort of a crappy draw card ability. When the Locust God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. All the corrupted gods do this, but this is a pretty good one. I like this one, because with this guy, you don't have to let it go. You can let it go to the graveyard, and then it goes back to your hand. So you can just play it for 6 again instead of having to play it for 8 when it dies. He's a 4/4 with flying on his own, but I don't think that you're going to be trying to get in commander damage with this guy. I think that you want to just shoot with your locusts and destroy. So, let's go over some of the broken draw cards I have in this deck. This isn't even a draw card that we're starting out with. Wind Reader Sphinx. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, you may draw a card. You double your locust when you attack. For 7. It's 7, but like, you double your locust when you attack? Please give that to me. This is like Najeela's ability where whenever a warrior attacks, so it's exponential like that. Let's see. I'm trying to find some. I'm taking like piles off. Ah. There we go. 1,000 Year Storm. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant or sorcery spell you have cast before this. You may choose new cards for the copies. I have lots of cheap draw cards in this deck, and this card just works so well with them because you can cast a cheap draw card, another cheap draw card, and play a card like Blue Sun's Zenith, which is just a fantastic play that you can make. You're gonna draw twice that many cards. You're gonna get twice that many locusts. Or you can get even more depending on how many how many instant associated spells you play this turn. You could triple it, quadruple it. I don't know, but 1,000 Year Storm is a 6-drop, same as the Locust God. It's a fantastic card, man. It's a fantastic card. Now, speaking of Blue Sun Zenith, Blue Sun Zenith. This is a 3-drop blue with an X ability. Target player draws a card, shuffle it back into your library. Now, I do not have much Great Purge in this deck, so it shuffling back into my library is actually very good. Yeah. I like it going back into my deck. It's going to, because that means that it can come back, and I definitely want it to come back because it's super good. Just draw as many cards as you want, minus 3. Like, however many lands you have, -3, that's how many cards you're gonna draw, just now. Now, granted, you're gonna have to melt most of those, unless you have like a Reliquary Tower, which I want to get lots of those types of cards in this deck, if I can. I'm definitely gonna need them. Alright. Let's go. Next card. We have Strictly Better Opt. Strictly Better Opt. Serum Visions. You can draw a card and scry 2. Straightforward, simple, very, very good. Very good card. Alright. I'm sorry that I'm pausing, because I'm trying to eat cereal right now. And it's a bit difficult to do. Oh yeah, also, I have another Trumpet Blast in this deck. Which is, you know, do I even need to talk about why that's good? Like, seriously. So currently I don't have anything that crazy in this deck. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't have that many things that are crazy. But I do have Raw. Now, Raw's an interesting guy. You get to deal damage whenever you play one of your draw card spells with his ultimate. You get to deal damage equal to the instant sorcery spells from your graveyard, which is nice. His +1 though is where I think he shines. You gotta tap 2 cards in your library and put one in your hand. Oh, wait, never mind. You don't actually draw. Never mind. I thought he made you draw. My bad. I'm stupid. But anyway, he's still really good. I mean, I got so many instants and sorceries in the deck. I have like no creatures in this deck. Alright? I don't have any creatures. I don't need them for the most part. I got my Lucas. Oh, look at that! We hit the jackpot. Actually, let me show you Raw real quick. I should probably show you the spell. Raw Xeric? Oh, I didn't know Raw was a card before. Huh. It's Raw, is it Viceroy? Really? There we go. How many rolls are there though? Let's just look this up. Okay, so it's just Raw Xeric, Raw Visit Viceroy, and Raw Color of Storms. Neat. Alright. Now I do not have this version, even though I think it looks badass. I'll show you what version I have. I have this one, which is just okay. It's nothing compared to this. This card, it just looks beautiful. I got pinged again. I'm gonna hide this just in case he puts it like a dick or something, because I know he'd do that. Oh, it wasn't anything. Alright. Okay. So that's Raw. Raw's pretty good. Man, I put a lot of Twilight Princess songs in here, didn't I? Almost too much. No joke though, I always have to spend like 20 minutes making like a playlist of songs for videos like this. So I'm sad to see some of them get repeated. It's sort of annoying. Because I try so hard to make it varied and then it just repeats songs. It makes me sad. Alright. Do we still have viewers watching the stream, by the way? Dude, we do. Check that out. We still got 3 people watching, man. Check that out. Alright. So next card we have is Charmbreaker Devils. This is a very chaotic card. At the beginning of your upper, you return and insert a sorcery card at random near your graveyard or your hand. Whenever your cards insert a sorcery card, Charmbreaker Devils get +4/+0 until end turn. Now, I probably wouldn't want to attack with this, but I mean it gets buffed up when you play cards. So, it's pretty good like that. I actually have the version from Commander 2013. Check that out. Also up to the most recent version though, because I personally like these borders better than the other ones. I think it was really hard to read the text at the bottom with the other borders. Alright, so yeah, chaotic card, but it's very good, very good. Now we have one of my favorite draw cards ever. Diminishing Returns. Each player shuffles his or her hand and graveyard into his or her library. You exile the top 10 cards of your library. Then each player draws up to 7 cards. So this is it can be good for every opponent. But it's super good for you, because you're gonna draw 7 cards and get 7 locusts for 4 mana. Granted, you have to exile the top 10 cards of your library and you have to sacrifice your hand, but you know what? Shuffling your graveyard is not bad, especially for you since you're going to be drawing so many cards. Like, you're not going to have room. You're going to run out of cards eventually. Now, of course, that's what you want if you have Laboratory Maniac, but, you know, usually you're not going to want it. But this is definitely one of my favorite cards, because it's just so good. Like, milling 10 is, it really pales in comparison to like the upsides of this card. And we have Paragon of Gathering Mists. This makes all my locusts get +1/+1. That's all I'm gonna say about it, because I don't care about his other ability at all. I don't care about the red one's ability either. This is an amazing card. And it was apparently only released in M15. That's interesting. I snagged this card. Now we have one of the, what people consider to be one of the best draw cards ever. The Gitaxian Probe. Let's see here. Oh, no. That's not the version I have, okay? I do not have that version. I have a different version. No. I want to show you the version I have, okay? Because my version is cool, okay? It's super shiny. I gotta show you how it looks, man. This is definitely one of my favorite looking cards. Taxium foil. Yeah, I have this one. It's worth $3.75. Oh, sorry, $3.91 apparently. You get to look at target player's hand. So it's a what? It's a duress, okay. And then it's like you can pay that with 2 life or 1 mana. So it's super fast. And then you get to draw a card. On top of that, all for 1 mana. Or 2 life. I love this card. I love it. I love it. It's one of my most cherished possessions. I've had it for a very long time. And I got it. Oh, yeah, no. Wait, you know what? I got this fucking thing as a consolation prize. Like, a couple of years ago, I went to, like, this Tarkir draft, and I lost, and I got it as a consolation prize. I did. This fucking thing. This thing worth $4 is a consolation prize, okay? Oh my god. They obviously didn't realize the value of it, otherwise I would not have it today. Alright, next up we have Kumena's Awakening. You're definitely gonna have the City's Blessing real fast. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. If you have the City's Blessing, instead only you draw a card. Nice. So, yeah, of course, it doesn't work if you're playing Two-Headed Giant, but, you know, I mean, it still works if you're playing Two-Headed Giant. The other players don't get to draw cards, so it's sort of better that way. But, yeah, man. This is a super cool card. I like it a lot. It's a 4-drop. Moves fast. And it works well with all your locusts. So, good for drawing cards. All these cards are just good for drawing cards, man. That's all they do. Read the Runes is Blue Sun Zenith. But, it's a little bit worse, I guess. I don't know. It's faster, granted, but it's a little bit worse. You're sacrificing 2 cards being drawn, or you're getting 2 more cards drawn. Except you have to discard all those cards unless you sacrifice a permanent. Now this isn't that bad. I can sacrifice my locusts and draw and just not have to discard cards. Although I'm going to have to discard cards probably anyway, so I don't really know if I want to sacrifice the locust. So yeah, this is a pretty good card. I like it. I think Blue Sun Zenith can be better, but this is usually going to be better in the type of game that I'm playing. Not accounting for cards that give you no maximum hand size. Barring 100,000 arrows. Draw a card for each tap creature an opponent controls. This is a way to make your opponents be really mad at you. Really mad at you because they fucked up and they tapped all their creatures and they didn't think you were playing this. This is a really fantastic card, man. Like, an opponent swings all their cards at you, dang, you take deck damage. Oh no, look at all those locusts that you're gonna send their way now. Ah, man. So you just get to deal that damage back to them. Or, you know, if they're playing, like, combo cards, you know, you get to fuck them over that way. Although I haven't heard of anybody playing Convo Commander, although I'm sure it's a thing. Next up we have Niv Mizzet the Power Room. No, not Niv Mizzet Power Room. We got Niv Mizzet the Fire Mind. Wait, what is this? Niv Mizzet Draco Genius? Oh, I should probably get this card now, shouldn't I? Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Or whenever he deals damage. So not necessarily combat damage. You could pay 2 mana to get him to deal damage. Okay. It's just sort of fine. I mean, it's a way to draw more cards on command, but it's really not as good as Niv Mizzet the Fire Mind, because Niv Mizzet the Fire Mind deals damage when you draw cards, and you can tap him to draw a card instead of having to pay that mana. So you tap him, and you get to draw a card and deal the damage. So it's sort of you deal damage. Yeah, this card is just sort of. Okay, wait. You know what? Granted, this card's that's a 5/5, and this is a 4/4. They're the same mana costs, exactly. But I think Niv Mizzet the Fire Mind is a little bit better, because you can draw a card on command by just tap. Well, okay, you have to tap him. All right, you know what? Yeah, they're sort of on par. Really, they're just sort of on par, man. No, they're not, man. No, they're not. Not in this deck. When you're drawing lots of cards, you can deal 7 damage if you draw 7 cards. You can drop 5 damage. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I'm up on Rocker if I think that these 2 cards are equal. What am I saying, dude? Also, I'd like to mention the card on the screen. Let me actually just see this real quick. Dang, that's exact size, pretty much. That's exact size. I just held up a card to it. They're exact size. But yeah, these 2 cards are not equal. Not even in the slightest. Because whenever you draw a card with this guy, he gets to deal the damage, alright? And just tapping him to draw a card, you'll probably not do that much. I guess you'll do it every turn just to get an extra locust. But, I mean, this is a way to win the game. It's a way to win the game. Mizzet Power Room does that too. Milik. You're gonna see a lot of Izzet cards. So I'm taking a pile off, and I'm grabbing a bunch of cards that are good from there. We're already about halfway through the deck. I'm gonna try to go a little bit faster, because it's already 7:46. I've been talking for a while. So now we got Jace Memory Adept. Alright, Jace Memory Adept. Now, you're gonna be tempted to use his mill ability, and I might just do that, but you can make him mill 1 and draw a card instead, and then you can fuck over everybody else with his -7, and while benefiting you, you know. And he's for some reason, people have decided that he is a 3.5 out of 5, which is just asinine, really? Like that's straight up asinine. There's absolutely no way that he is a 3.5 out of 5. He is a 5-drop for 4. In 7 turns you can do his -7, and 8 turns you can keep him alive. And his 0 is disgusting. You can kill an opponent in 10 turns, if with that. I probably won't, since his +1 draws me cards, and then he gets his -7, which draws me so many cards. But yeah, this is a super good card. Definitely not a 3.5. Y'all are crazy. Overflowing Insight. I draw 7 cards for 7 mana. That's it. Nothing else. It's just 7 for 7. It's like Blue Sun's Zenith, but instead you're paying the 3 blue and 4 for the 7 cards, instead of paying 3 blue and 7, which is 10 converted mana for 7 cards. So it's pretty good like that. Melik. 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 So you're gonna play with the top card of your library revealed. You may cast the top card of your library if it's an instant or sorcery card. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery card from your library, copy it. You may choose new carriers for the copy. Yep. So you have to play with the top card of your deck revealed, which is unfortunate, but it's alright. Because you get to do wacky stuff with it. I'm actually gonna look at the rulings. Oh god, I'm not gonna look at the rulings. Okay. Whenever you cast an insert search spell for whenever you copy it. Choose new cards for the copy. Sweet. Excellent card. Excellent card. And I have never actually seen a card called a weird, but this is a weird. He's not human. He's a weird. He's a weird wizard. Just rolls off the tongue. Alright. That card. That card. I don't want to talk about that. And that card. Yep. Excuse me. We still got people watching? Oh, shoot, I'm touching the wrong stuff. I just want to make sure I wasn't on anything else. Yeah, we still got 3 people watching, assuming that they haven't just left it, you know, left it up on their browsers. I'm also gonna give this a like. I don't care. I really want my, I gotta say, I really want my videos to show up in people's recommended, and if I have to like my own videos to do that, I will. I don't know. I know people just dislike the videos just because it's a meme, but, you know, I could really use the likes. Thank you. I appreciate it. I could really use them. They're very appreciated. Alright, so, up next we have Shazam Skulker. Also, I'm sorry, apparently people don't find this boring, but I know that this is not my normal sort of content. I usually just play video games, but, this is something that I actually really enjoy doing. I'm not gonna lie, I don't find this boring at all. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1 closer encounter with Shazam Skulker. Do you need a backup plan if your locusts don't work? Well, how about Island Walk instead? So, you get square creatures with Island Walk when this dies, and it's not gonna die very easily. It's gonna get very, very big. And then when your opponents finally kill it, you're gonna get all these guys who all have Island Walk. So if they're playing blue, that's very bad for them, because those guys are going to annihilate. Alright, next up we have Obelisk of Erd. Parents are home. As Obelisk of Erd enters the battlefield, choose your creature type. It has Convoke, by the way, and it's a 6-drop. So you can definitely, I'm gonna Convoke that with all my locusts. Creature you control the chosen type get +2/+2. That's this card is disgusting. Disgusting card. Disgusting. Bad card. Bad card. Good card. Good card. Very good card. Like, Jesus, man. Very good card. Alright, so next up we have Breakthrough. Draw 4 cards and choose X cards in your hand and discard the rest. Yep. That's all there is to it. You draw 4 cards. If you don't care about discarding cards, that's cool. You can literally just play 1 and then discard your hand if you just want the locusts. So it's a super card. Super card in that manner. Ooh. 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 I'm seeing some good shit right now. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. My dad wants me. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I don't think I'm gonna have time to talk about the Izzet cards that I want in my deck today. So, I'm sorry about that, but I assure you next time I stream, we will talk about them. Alright, so first card we have right here is Stormtide Leviathan. Now, many of you may be asking yourself, wait, hold on, what? Stormtide Leviathan, but that doesn't draw you cards. It doesn't, but it's an 8-drop that wins you the game. Yep. It wins you the game. It's an 8/8 with Island Walk, and then all lands become Island Walk. All lands become islands. When he's on the field. Creatures without flying or Island Walk can't attack. So only my Locust and Stormtide Leviathan can attack. Yeah, I win. I win the game. I win the game. Yep. I've actually got a shiny version of it, and I have 2 other Stormtide Leviathans. I love this card. This is a fantastic card. and I love how it looks. It's a very good foil. Next card we have is Skull Clamp. But fuck the playlist for now. Just hold on, fuck the playlist. I got something for you. I got something for you. Let's go Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Let me think. Nah, fuck it. I don't care. Pizza time, 10 hours. I don't care. There we go. Best music. Alright, so, Skull Clamp, the creature gets +1, -1. When a creature dies, you draw 2 cards. So, you equip this card to a locust, that locust dies, you draw 2 cards. Equip this card to another locust, that locust dies, you draw 2 cards. So when a locust dies, you basically get a locust every time you equip this to a card. Which is sweet. It's a sweet card. I like it. Also, it was a mythic at one point? You're kidding me. This is a mythic. Dang. It's not a mythic right now, is it? I mean, I think it's a good card, but mythic? It's a bit much. Alright, the most recent set that it was in was Commander 2017, which is the version that I have. Thank God that is not a mythic. It does not deserve to be mythic, man. Maybe a rare at most, but not a mythic. Jesus. Although, I gotta say, it would be cool to have a mythic version. Alright, even though it's got the weird border. It doesn't. It doesn't have the weird border. Okay. Alright. Oh, look at this one. When a creature dies, draw 2 cards. Equip creatures +1, -1. So, yeah. You just draw a bunch of cards every turn with this card on the field. It's a super duper good card. I like it. Also, I'm sorry that I'm not, I don't think I'm popping off as much as I did. I did a couple days ago. I'm sorry about that. I guess I'm a little bit tired. I don't know. I'm a little bit tired. Dynacharge. Target creature gets +2, +1. Oh, until end turn. That's not a very good. Wait a second. Is that Overload? You can pay 4 mana, and it's a Trumpet Blast, which is it's very good. It's not as good as I thought though, because it is just a Trumpet Blast, or whatever that other card is called. So, man, I never really looked at this card critically, but now it doesn't seem nearly as good as it was before. I mean, this card was released a while ago before that other card was released. So before this card, you had to pay 4 mana to get all your creatures +2, +0, without them attacking. But, you know, I'll keep it in. Sure. Even though it's apparently not as good as I thought it was. Theft of Dreams. This is literally borrowing 10,000 arrows, or 100,000 arrows. It's literally just that, but under a different name, so I can play 2 of them. It's literally just that. I love that art. Alright, Keeper of Keys. You become the Monarch. I believe you draw a card at your end step when you're the Monarch. So you're drawing an extra card, getting an extra Locust, but you don't have it for that combat, which is a bit sad. If you're the Monarch, creatures you control can't be blocked this turn. That's nice. That's nice. You know. Like, I mean, listen, you could do that. You could kind of do that anyway. Like, because your locusts have flying, but this just gives you that extra bit of insurance that is Very nice in a deck. Omniscience. It's a 10 drop, and it makes all your spells 0. This is a fantastic card in Commander. Like, if you're playing blue, you should probably play this card. Like, it's kind of just that goddamn good. Also, there's a Masterpiece version of it. Let me see. Oh, it looks like this. Okay. That's kind of cool. The version I have is M19. So it's the most recent one. Alright, next up we have Fateful Showdown. It's a red card, actually. It deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand. Discard all cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. That's awesome. You play a big draw card if you can, and then play this card. You do that damage, you discard your cards, and then you draw even more cards. Like, this is an awesome card, man. I love this card. I love it. What's not to love about this card, man? There's nothing. This is a fantastic card, dude. It's just a fantastic card. Thassa. We're gonna talk about you, but right now. As long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. Indestructible, it's a 3-drop, and it's a 5/5. At the beginning of your LP, you scry 1. That's awesome. The first card that you draw each turn, you get to maybe replace with a better card. So, that's awesome. For 3, sweet. 2 mana, target creature you control can be blocked this turn. Just if you need that extra insurance to get your Locust through, or something, I don't know, big, like Thassa, you know? There you go. Thassa's a nice card. Polymorphous Jest. This also doesn't draw your cards, but it's good for keeping the board in check. Let me see if we still have people watching. That's not the right video. Yep. Still a nice 3 people watching. The flies were bothering me. So, each creature target player controls loses all abilities because of blue frog with base power, toughness 1/1. This is just good for managing an attack if they swing at you. Boom. Now they're all frogs. Deals 5 damage instead of 10 or 12 or something. So this is a good card. It's a 3-drop, okay? Which is just excellent. Come on. That's just excellent, man. Like, there need to be more cards like this. Like, I don't see enough cards that are like this, dude. This card is fantastic. And whenever I play this deck, I use this card, man. I always see myself playing that card. And this card is a lot like it. It's called Curse of the Swine. Instead of, turning all the creatures into frogs until end of turn, it's exiling X, and they get 2/2 green boars instead. So they get pigs instead of whatever cards they had before. Which is pretty good. It's 8:07. My dad wants me to eat at 8:15, so I've got 8 minutes left before I have to go eat and pause the stream for a little bit. So I'll try to go fast. Merfolk Looter. Draw a card, then discard a card. Very straightforward. Nothing more to say. Nothing more to say. I want to talk about this card. It's called Concentrate. Concentrate is one of those unique cards that is a 4-drop that draws you 3 cards with no catch. There's no catch to this card. It's just draw 3 cards. That's it. That's all you do, and it's fantastic. Barrel beat. And player barrel hit 5 damage to her. If no one does, target player draws 3 cards. So you get 3 cards for 3 if nobody takes 5 damage. Nothing else more to say. It's just a good card. Murder of Crows. If an opponent board wipes, you get to just get all your fucking locusts back. Like, you are pretty much invincible to board wipes with this card. Like, an opponent cannot take you down with a board wipe with this card out. Granted, you have to discard all of those cards pretty much afterwards, but it's super good. It's a 4-drop, or no, sorry, it's a 5-drop, it's a 4/4 with flying, so it's even a decent attacker. Of course, you know what Reliquary Tower is. This is just, I mean, how could you not know what this is? This is just a great card. You have no maximum hand size, add a colorless mana. That's it, ladies and Terminators. It's just, you have no maximum hand size. It is a fantastic card in this deck, and it costs 0. Curiosity. Did I not spell it right? What? Oh, I'm spelling curiosity wrong. But curious is spelled with a U, I thought. No, whatever. This is kind of clever because it's a cat. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. All Mary wanted to do was rest, but she couldn't ignore a nagging suspicion as she followed Krovax's skulking form. So, Curiosity is gonna kill the cat, except it doesn't because Miri is alive for future sets. Thank God, because she is a fantastic card in the Warrior deck. Ah, yes, Niv-Mizzet Parun. Yes, Niv-Mizzet Parun. The best of the Niv-Mizzets. Probably. This spell can be countered. It is flying. Whenever you cast a spell, Niv-Mizzet Parun deals 1 damage to any target. Nice. Whenever a player casts an insert search around, you draw a card. Nice! A player. Nicer! It's a player. It's a 5/5 like the Niv-Mizzet before. It has the ability of the 4/4 Niv-Mizzet, the Fire Mind. However, it no longer has 2 colorless. It's an extra 1 blue, extra 1 red. So you need to have 3 blue, 3 red out in order to play this. I don't think it's that big of a sacrifice though. It can get annoying sometimes, but overall, I just think it's a lot better than the other ones. Ah, the Bident of Thassa. So this is Curiosity's effect, but it costs 3 mana more, and it's a hell of a lot better. Whenever a creature you control does commentary on a player, you may draw a card. Okay, so basically, whenever you deal damage with your Locust, you get that many more Locusts. Yep, and creatures your opponents control attack in this turn available. So if you want to, you can make all your opponents attack this turn if able, which will instantly tap the entire board and make a bunch of damage go around. Probably directed at you, I'm not gonna lie. It might be directed at you. Paragon of Fierce Defiance. Just like the blue Paragon, I do not care about this guy's bottom ability. It's of no matter to me. Another target red creature you control gets haste until end of turn. Yeah, all my locusts already have haste, so that doesn't matter. However, now they're going to be 2/2s, and if I have the other Paragon out, they're going to be 3/3s. Which is quite epic, if you ask me. I have an opt here. I'm not going to pull it up, though. I don't feel like it. We're on to the bottom of the deck now. I'm going to just take out all the rest of the cards that I like. And then, we're going to finish. I've got 5 more cards I want to talk about, and then we're done. And I will end the stream. Visions of Beyond. Draw a card. If your graveyard has 20 more cards, then I draw 3 cards instead. You're probably going to have a lot of cards in your graveyard due to all the cards you're discarding, so, you know, there we go. 1 drop, and you draw 3 cards instead. Pretty simple. It's pretty effective. It's if a graveyard, too, so if a person is discarding a lot of cards, or has a lot of cards in their graveyard, this could be a good late game play. Of course, it also costs 1, so I mean, I don't know. Stroke of Genius. Target player draws X cards. This is Blue Sun Zenith, but just strictly better. I believe. No, wait, it's not. Blue Sun Zenith shuffles into your deck. This doesn't. However, it costs 2 colorless, so you could pay 2 red instead of 2 blue for that, or 2 blue instead of 2 blue, or whatever. You can pay anything for that 2 colorless, and it's an X. So you're getting rid of that required 2 mana, but it also doesn't shuffle back into your deck, which is not fun. But it's okay. It's all right. Still a really good card. You know, very straightforward. Arcanus the Omnipotent. Now, this card could actually be your commander, but it'd have to be in a. What is this? Arcanus the Omnipotent Avatar? What? Types Vanguard? What? Excuse me, what? I've never heard of this type of thing. No, that's not the Arcanus I'm looking for, and I'm looking for Arcanus the Omnipotent, which is not an avatar. He's a 6-drop. This is not the version I know. This one is. Ooh la la, Arcanus, baby. He looks even prettier when he's shiny. Speed versus Cunning. So he's a mythic. I love his flavor text. Do not concern yourself about my origin, my race, or my ancestry. Seek my record in the pits, and then make your wager. My dad wants me. Alright, so it's rush time. Okay, so he taps for 3 cards, and you can bounce him back to your hand if he's about to die or something. Really good card. He draws you 3 cards every turn, so you're going to be drawing 4 cards every turn instead of just 1, which is going to make you even more locusts. Alright? Man, is this really the last card? It is really the last card. I thought I had. Apparently, I only had 4 more to go. Alright. Hypersonic Dragon. Yeah, and he's just a wizard, by the way. He's not anything else. He's not a type or anything. He's just a wizard. He has flying and haste. You may cast sorcery spells as they let it flash. Alright, so you can cast sorcery spells on your opponent's turn before you attack, whatever. You can get more locusts from, like, let's say, alright, any card that draws you cards as a sorcery, you can play that during combat and just fuck your opponent over with like a surprise extra locust. So it's super good like that. This isn't a guild kit, by the way. I didn't know that. I should probably grab it. I'd like a guild kit. I'd like a guild kit. So yeah, that's gonna be it for my deck. I hope you like seeing all the cards in it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe for more stuff. Leaving a like and subscribing makes my channel more popular. and therefore will increase. I don't know. It'll make me happier. That's what I'll do. And I'll try to the more support I get, the more videos I will make. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.